channel, and for today's video we're going to talk about the 5 commonly used drugs and their effects. Commonly abused drug and their effects. So number 1 will be alcohol. So since we know what alcohol means, alcohol abuse is a pattern of problem drinking that result in health consequences or social problems, or maybe both. However, alcohol dependence or alcoholism refers to a disease that is characterized by abnormal alcohol-seeking behavior that leads to impaired control over thinking and actions. So the effect have short and long-term effect. So the short-term effect includes distorted vision, hearing, and coordination. Also impaired judgment, altered perception and emotion, bad breath, and of course hangover. While the long-term effect usually more on our health consequences like liver, heart, and central nervous system damage, even memory loss of appetite, vitamin deficiency, skin problems, and can make you impotent in sexual activities. So number 2 will be methamphetamine. So this substance or these drugs is a stimulant drug chemically related to amphetamine, but it have a high and stronger effect in the central nervous system. So street name of these are speed, meth, and crank. This substance or this drug is used in pill form or in powdered form. Can be used for snorting and injecting as well. So it has also crystallizations and called glass ice and smokable and more powerful form of drugs. So the effect of this substance includes increased heart rate and blood pressure, increased wakefulness and can lead you to insomnia, increase physical activities but decrease your appetite, and extremely light anorexia, respiratory problems, hypothermia, convulsion, and other cardiovascular problems. Sometimes even leads to death, and anxiety, violent behavior, and many more that can lead to blood vessel damage in the brain. So it produces sometimes stroke. So this is really dangerous. So when it is injected, the needles shared are at high risk to have HIV or AIDS. So when you use these drugs, make sure that you don't share needles because it will risk your health in terms of having STDs. So be aware. So number 3 will be cocaine. So cocaine is a white powder that comes from the leaves of the South America cocoa plant. So cocaine either snorted through the nasal passages or injected. Cocaine also belongs to the stimulants, tends to give temporary illusion and hallucination of limitless power, energy, and leads the user to be edgy and craving for more. So crack is a smokable type of cocaine that is commonly altered which is addictive according to some research. This addictive can erode to physical and mental health and very strong to dominate all aspects of addict life. So the physical risk is associated with amount of cocaine intake. So it increases blood pressure, heart rate, breathing rate, and body temperature. It can lead to heart attack, strokes, and respiratory failure, hepatitis or AIDS, to shared needles like the other substance, reduction of body to resist and combat infection. While psychological term or risk makes you violent, erratic, and paranoid behavior, makes you have hallucination or imaginary things crawling on your skin. So confusion, anxiety, depression, and lost interest in food or sex. Cocaine psychosis, which loses touch of reality and loses interest in family, friends, and everything around you. So some users of cocaine spend hundreds and thousands of money to buy this cocaine weekly and support their habits. Many turn into drug selling, prostitution, and other things. So cocaine and drunk addicts have the inability to perform sexual activity. So number four will be hallucinogen. So these drugs or substances distort the perception or objective reality. So mostly and known includes pencyclidine or known as PCP or angel dust, diethylamide or commonly known as LSD or acid, mescaline, and other form of hallucinogen drugs like magic mushroom. So the influence of hallucinogen is senses of direction, distance, and time become disoriented. So these drugs can produce unpredictable, erratic, and violent behavior in users that can lead to some serious injuries and even death. So this effect for at least 12 hours to the user. So users that take LSD drugs must have higher dosage and achieve some state of intoxication, which is extremely dangerous because it gives unpredictability of the drugs and cause involution, heart and lung failure, and even death. So it's very dangerous to take this drug. Physical risk with this substance increase your heart rate, blood pressure, sleeplessness or tremors, lack of muscular coordination and coherent speech, decreased awareness of touches and pain, convulsion, coma, heart rate and lung failure, psychological risk, depressions, anxiety, violent behavior, and confusion, suspicion, and flashback. So it gives you memories, bring back thoughts, and other forms of psychological diseases or mental illness, such as being disoriented. Everyone reacts differently in hallucinogen. There's no way to project if someone can avoid this bad trip thing. Number five will be cannabis sativa or known as marijuana. So it is one of the most widely used illicit drugs in the United States. and tends to be the first illegal drug that used by teenagers. So it can either be smoked or swallowed. So the short-term effect of this will be sleepiness, reduce short-term memories, and reduce ability to perform tasks that requires coordination and concentration. It decreases heart rate and potential cardiac danger for those who have heart diseases, bloodshot eyes like ruddy eyes, and decrease social inhibition and hallucination. So the long-term effect of marijuana is it enhances cancer risk and decrease testosterone levels of men and lower the sperm counts that leads to have difficult to have spring or children. But it increased in testosterone level for women and increased risk of infertility. It diminishes and extinguishes sexual pleasure. And I hope you have learned from my video about the 5 commonly used drugs and their effects as well.